You ever look in the mirror and think about your face and then your smile as two totally separate things? Yeah, most of us do. But what if that's just completely wrong? What if they're actually one single interconnected system where if you change one, you absolutely change the other? Well, let's dive in because there's this whole new science emerging that says they're one and the same.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to talk about why the face is such a big deal, then this great divide between two fields. We'll get into the science that brought them together, this new unified approach, the cool tools they're using today, and wrap up with what a holistic future really looks like.
Okay, section one. Let's kick things off with a pretty basic but powerful idea. Your face, it's not just, a collection of parts. It's the main way we talk to each other without ever saying a word. I love this quote. It just nails it, right? The face is the organ of social and affective expression. That's a pretty fancy way of saying it's literally where we wear our hearts on our sleeves, or, well, on our faces. It's how we show joy, sadness, surprise, connection, all of it. It's our billboard to the world. And that's exactly why feeling like it's all in harmony is so crucial for us.
So, if the face is one big system, why didn't we always treat it that way? Well, for a long, long time, the experts who worked on it were in totally different universes. Let's dig into this great divide and see how these two fields grew up so far apart.
If you look back at the history of dentistry, it was basically a battlefield. I mean, from day one, it was all about fighting pain and rot. We're talking ancient theories about toothworms causing cavities. Seriously? Egyptians were pulling teeth 5,000 years ago. The whole mission was fixing problems, getting rid of pain, plugging gaps. It was pure mechanics and medicine. The bigger picture of how it all looked together, not even on the radar.
And check this out. This thing perfectly proves the point. This is an incredible piece of ancient tech, a gold band holding animal teeth in place of human ones. I mean, for the 4th century BC, that is some serious engineering. But what was its job? Simple. Fill a hole so you could chew. That's it. The thought of, does this color match, or how does this affect the jawline? That was thousands of years in the future.
And even inside the dental world, they weren't all on the same page. You had these two camps basically at war. On one side, Dr. Angle was like, save every tooth, we'll make room. But then Dr. Tweed comes along and says, nope, it's all about where those front teeth sit for the best look and stability, even if we have to pull some other teeth to get there. It just goes to show you, the whole conversation was happening inside the mouth. They just couldn't see the full picture yet.
So what was the big aha moment? What finally connected these two separate worlds? Well, like a lot of great stories, it all came down to a scientific breakthrough, something that finally let us see what was really going on.
It really boils down to this. You can't fix what you can't measure, right? So the big question became, how do we actually, scientifically, measure a face? How do we get a blueprint of what's going on under the skin?
And the answer was this word, cephalometry. It's Greek for head measure, and that's exactly what it is. It's a whole system for using X-rays to take super precise measurements of everything. The bones, the teeth, the skin, the whole shebang. For the very first time, doctors could actually see, with hard numbers, how all these pieces fit together. So this is what that looks like. It's way more than just a simple X-ray. It's like an architectural drawing of your head. Experts draw these lines, they measure the angles, and suddenly they can see exactly how your jaw lines up with your skull, how that bone structure holds up your lips and your chin, basically the whole balance of your face. This was the missing link, the bridge. And with all this data, we could start seeing patterns. We could classify faces into these 3 basic biotypes. You've got mesofacial, which is pretty balanced, dolofacial, which is longer and grows more vertically, and brachyfacial, which is wider, more square, and grows horizontally. Now, why is this a huge deal? Because if you know someone's biotype, you can actually predict how their face is going to grow and change. And that means you can plan treatments that go with their natural flow instead of fighting against it. So you put all this new science together, and what do you get? A total revolution. A completely new way of thinking that basically ripped up the old rulebook. And this is it, the light bulb moment. People realized, wait a minute, the face isn't just a canvas where the smile happens to be, and the smile isn't just some teeth hidden away. No, they're one single system. The bones and teeth are the foundation, the scaffolding, and everything we see on the surface, the skin, the lips, is built on top of that. Change the foundation, you change the building. And here's the difference in black and white. The old way, totally separate leans.
Dentists for your teeth, dermatologists for your skin. They might as well have been on different planets. The new unified approach says that's just obsolete. Now, everyone gets that what you do inside the mouth is going to change how your lips and chin look. And what you do on the face can totally elevate the dental work. It's all about teamwork.
So this new way of thinking is great, but it's not just a theory. It's backed up by a seriously impressive toolkit of modern treatments that let doctors work on the system with incredible precision.
First things first, you have to start with the canvas, the skin itself. And we're not just talking about looking nice on the surface. We're talking about using things like lasers or microinjections, or even your body's own growth factors with PRP to get the skin healthy and ready. It's exactly like prepping the soil before you plant a garden. You gotta get the foundation right.
Then you've got injectables. And it's super important to know these are two totally different tools for two different jobs. You have botulinum toxin, which is a muscle relaxer. It smooths out wrinkles that come from making expressions, like crow's feet. Then you have fillers. They're all about adding back volume that's been lost, kind of propping up the skin from the inside out.
And get this, there are now incredible tools for sculpting and tightening that don't even involve surgery. You have things like cryolipolysis that can literally freeze away fat under the chin. You have ultrasound and tensioning threads that work deep down to lift and tighten everything up. The magic here is the precision. It's all about making these small, smart tweaks that support the face's natural structure. And this isn't just wishful thinking. You can actually measure the results. Check this out. Just one session of that fat freezing tech can reduce fat under the chin by an average of 2 millimeters. Okay, I know what you're thinking. 2 millimeters? That sounds like nothing. But on the face, where every little contour matters, that is a huge, visible difference. It can totally change a person's profile.
Okay, so let's tie this all together. What does all this mean for you, for the person who's actually in the chair? It means the whole approach is different. It's holistic. The consultation itself becomes a kind of art.
So the philosophy of modern aesthetics really boils down to a few key rules. 1, always start with the skin. Get that healthy first. 2, mix and match treatments to get results that look natural and harmonious. 3, pay attention to the forgotten areas, like under the chin. 4, and this is a big one, less is more. And maybe the most important rule of all, number 5, change the goal. It's not about getting rid of this wrinkle. It's about helping you look less tired or helping you feel more like yourself. It's an emotional outcome. So we've come full circle. We started by saying the face is our main tool for expression. And now we've seen that we have the science and the tech to treat the face and smile as one system and fine-tune it with insane precision. So that leaves us with a pretty deep question to chew on, right? If we can adjust our main organ of communication this precisely, what does that mean for our future ideas of beauty, of authenticity? What will it mean to be real?